once I learned 120, I also had a lot of misconceptions as an enlightener, as an educator. Because when I learned, I was in a studying environment. I even did work study at the library. So I was always around books. I didn't have to think about a job or think about having children, or there was a lot of things that didn't necessarily cross my mind because I'm in college. So once I came out of that environment and now I'm back in everyday life and people wanted to learn, I was holding them to a college studious environment standard, you know, expecting them to function in the same way that I functioned when I was in college. And that discouraged some people, you know, and I really didn't put a lot of thought into it at that time of how I need to meet people where they are and take into consideration some of the challenges that they deal with every day in order for them to have accessibility to this culture. And it took me some years to actually understand that. You know, I'm talking about, I mean, you from now, why, you know how these winters are. I would be at our local library. I would walk a mile to be at the local library at the born hour when it opens and telling people you need to meet me there at that time if you're striving to study. I would do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But some people will mosey on in there at like the knowledge wisdom hour or all this other stuff, and I bomb the shit out of them. Like, you ain't genuine with this. You know what I mean?
So you had your ideas about it, or the teaching was kind of like way above their heads.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, wait a minute, I'm just waking up, really.
Yeah. So it's like my name, Saladin, I earned a reputation in terms of being infamous in that way. Like, I would walk around with my sword out. I, over the years, became more refined in a sense where I don't unsheath my sword unless I have to. That's how it was. You know what I'm saying? That's the era that I grew up in. Like, you don't come around fronting. If you're not serious about this, do not come around. If you saying you studying, we gonna go through degrees to see if you on square and everything else. And it wasn't the type of casualness that you see nowadays when it comes to the culture. You know, nowadays people don't be checking each other like that. You know, in both senses, women and men. You know, sometimes men think that they just supposed to check other men, you know. But if you see a woman that's doing something inappropriate or whatever, if she has a God or something like that, it's appropriate to make knowledge born to him. You know what I'm saying? But if she out here single and she ready to mingle and all this other shit, and she acting like she can represent herself, you can get bombed too. It's no different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the era that we grew up in. Nowadays, it's kind of like people give a lot of people passes. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons I think you see in some circles a very
it's a disconnect.
Yeah.
It's a disconnect with the teachings, or a disconnect, you know, from enlightener to student and student to enlightener. It's just not connected. Whereas, like, you know, this brother, he walked and talked with you and made sure that you were genuine about it, where somebody's just probably, a lot of times our brothers just talking just to be talking. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to teach this from an ego level, like where there's, I got 20 students, and you know, so it's not so much of a connection of, is that brother okay, or is that brother sincere, is that brother about this culture, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of, it's real disconnected.
Yeah. And with that disconnect, you also begin to lack accountability. You know, so because of the way that my enlightener was and how studious he was, I knew not to just say some shit out my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to tell me we do the knowledge first. Some people today, you have to tell them that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With us, you didn't have to tell nobody that. You knew to shut up and listen to a person because you had that sense of respect. You know what I mean? And how he was, if he would ask me a question, I would think that it's a trick question because
that's how it was, right?
Yeah. And I knew I couldn't just say something.
If Mecca did this.